Systems of human transport system. Human transport system. Transport here means a life function that involves circulation and delivery of essential materials to each cell to maintain life. This is made possible through an organ system known as cardiovascular system that permits the circulation of blood in our body. This system is responsible for transporting nutrients and removing gaseous waste from the body. All circulatory systems mainly require three components: a circulatory fluid to carry material, which is usually blood; a system of vessels such as arteries, veins, and capillaries; a pump to push the blood; heart. Therefore, essential components of the human transport system are the heart, blood, and blood vessels. In this module, you will learn about blood and blood vessels. Blood is a connective tissue that is used as a medium to carry materials throughout the body. It is a bright red-colored connective tissue that circulates in the entire body. An average adult has approximately 5 liters of blood that the blood vessels transport. The blood traveling through the blood vessels delivers essential elements and removes harmful waste. Without blood, our body would stop working. But do you ever wonder what makes up blood? Our blood is a mixture of two components: blood cells and blood plasma. There are three types of blood cells in our body: red blood cells or RBCs, white blood cells or WBCs, and platelets. Red blood cells or RBCs are present in abundance in the blood. They are circular, biconcave, having no nucleus. They look like biconcave discs having a depressed center on both sides. These depressed centers allow the cells to increase their surface area. RBCs give blood its characteristic red color. The color is due to the presence of iron-containing pigment, hemoglobin, in them that actually carries oxygen in the form of oxyhemoglobin. As the blood travels through the body, the hemoglobin releases oxygen to the tissue and collects carbon dioxide to eliminate this toxic gas from the body. Although only 10% carbon dioxide is eliminated by hemoglobin, but whenever it is carried by hemoglobin, it forms a complex known as carbaminohemoglobin. White blood cells or WBCs are nucleated and they are of various shapes and sizes. They protect us by attacking on foreign bodies which enter our body. There are 5 types of WBCs in the blood. 3 of them are granulocytes because they have granules in their cytoplasm, whereas 2 types of WBCs are agranulocytes, as they are characterized by the absence of granules in their cytoplasm. White blood cells are primarily responsible for helping the body's immune system. They circulate in the blood so that they can be transported to an area where an infection has developed. They identify foreign substances and germs, that is bacteria or viruses in the body, and produce antibodies to kill these harmful foreign bodies by actually ingesting them. This is called phagocytosis. Third type of cells present in the blood is blood platelets. These are tiny disc-shaped fragments of cells which do not contain nuclei. They participate in blood clotting. When there is an injury, that is, blood vessels are cut or damaged, the loss of blood from the system must be stopped. This is possible by solidification of the blood, a process called coagulation or clotting. These platelets help in the blood clotting process. When a blood vessel breaks, platelets gather in the area and help to form a seal over the leak by forming a clot. So, these smallest formed elements of the blood help in blood clotting. Although blood appears to be a red liquid, its major component is actually colorless fluid called plasma. The plasma is made up of a large volume of water and dissolved substances. These dissolved substances are the three types of cells and digested form of nutrients. Blood groups. It might be seen that blood of everyone is same, as it all looks pretty much the same to the naked eye. But although all blood contains the same basic components, not everyone has the same blood group. A type of marker present on the surface of its red blood cells decides the blood group. These markers are known as antigens, which our body identifies during blood transfusion, and on the basis of that, it accepts or rejects the transfused blood. Medical experts group blood into types based on the different markers. The four main blood groups are A, B, AB, and O. Type A. If one belongs to the blood group A, the individual has A antigens on the surface of his red blood cells. Type B. If one belongs to the blood group B, the individual has B antigens on the surface of his red blood cells. Type AB. Similarly, if one belongs to the blood group AB, the individual has both A and B antigens on the surface of his red blood cells. Type O. Also, if one belongs to the blood group O, the individual has neither A nor B antigens on the surface of his red blood cells. The blood group system was discovered by Austrian scientist Karl Landsteiner. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1930 for his discovery of human blood groups. Some people have an additional marker called Rh factor in their blood. Based on the presence and absence of this marker, each human blood group is divided into two categories, Rh positive and Rh negative. For example, if a person with blood group A contains the Rh factor, the blood is said to be A positive. And if blood does not contain the Rh factor, blood is said to be A negative. Similarly, if a person with blood group B contains the Rh factor, the blood is said to be B positive. And if blood does not contain the Rh factor, blood is said to be B negative. And the same fact applies to all other blood groups also. So, based on the absence or presence of Rh factor, we have 8 blood groups. Blood transfusion. Blood transfusion is the transfer of blood from one person who is known as the donor into another person's bloodstream, known as the recipient. The blood used in a transfusion must match with the recipient's blood group. Suppose recipient and the donor are of different blood groups, then blood transfusion will not be successful as it would lead to clumping of red blood cells of the recipient. On the other hand, if the transfusion is done for the same blood group, no clumping of RBC will take place and hence transfusion will be successful. Here, a compatibility table is shown to represent who can receive blood from whom. An individual with type AB blood can receive blood from any group. Hence, individuals who have blood type AB are referred to as universal recipients. Type O blood is safe for everyone. A blood group O individual can donate blood to individuals of any of A, B, O or AB blood groups, and therefore people with type O blood are referred to as universal donors. Type O blood is used for an emergency in which there is no time to test a person's blood type. Blood banks and hospitals keep careful tabs on blood type to be sure that donated blood matches the blood type of the person receiving the transfusion. Giving someone the wrong blood type can cause serious health problems. Blood vessels. The blood vessels are the part of the circulatory system that transports blood throughout the body. Blood vessels have an extraordinary degree of branching to ensure that every cell in the body gets required nutrients. The vessels that carry blood away from the heart are called arteries, and which return the blood to the heart are veins. Capillaries are minute, thin-walled vessels that connect the arteries and veins through arterioles and venules. It is through the capillaries that nutrients and waste are exchanged between the blood and body tissues. Arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart to the rest of the body, the only exception being the pulmonary artery that carries impure blood from the heart to the lungs. Like the branches of a tree, they become thinner as they spread out from the main arteries. These smaller branches are called arterioles. Veins carry deoxygenated blood, except in the case of pulmonary vein, from the body back into the heart. Veins transport used blood from all over the body back to the heart and lungs for reoxygenation. Veins are similar to arteries, but because they transport blood at lower pressure, they are not as strong as arteries. They also branch into smaller and thinner vessels known as venules. These arteries and veins run parallel throughout the body with a web-like network of capillaries embedded in tissue. Unlike the arteries and veins, capillaries are very thin and fragile. Let us revise 3 types of blood vessels. Arteries. Arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart. They have high blood pressure flow. They have thick muscular walls with fairly small lumen. The thick walls and flexibility allows the arteries to efficiently deal with the high blood pressure flow. Veins. Veins carry deoxygenated blood towards the heart, and that too at low blood pressure. They have thin muscular walls with large lumens. Most of the veins have valves to prevent backflow of blood. All these elements allow veins to deal with low blood pressure flow effectively. Capillaries. Capillaries provide connection between the other 2 blood vessels. They are very thin vessels having one cell thick wall. They are present deep into the tissue. Thin structure allows capillaries to perform the function of diffusion to give needed nutrients and substances to cells and to take away their waste.